All right. So I wanted to kind of record a little video and talk a little bit about the history of AI generative tools. So artificial intelligence has really changed the way we create images. But have you ever thought, how did we get here? Really, in just a few short years, AI-powered tools like Stable Diffusion here have gone from experimental research projects to powerful creative platforms used by artists, designers, and everyday users all over the world. We're going to take a quick journey through the evolution of AI image generation. So the story of AI image generation starts in the mid 2010s, at least modern generation, where deep learning models really trained to recognize and generate images. Early breakthroughs came from something called generative adversarial networks, or GANs. These came about really in about 2014 and were the kind of start of modern AI image generation. Here in this image over here is a great example of kind of the evolution of this technology. So basically, GANs allowed AI to create realistic images by pitting two neural networks against each other, one creating the images and the other one evaluating them. So you can see here in 2014, we went from being able to create blurry, kind of pixelated black and white faces. By 2015, color was being introduced, but still, as you can see from the image here, things were not quite there yet. By 2016, we were getting close, and by 2017, we could really start creating images that looked pretty good. By 2018, tools like DeepArt and ArtBreeder let users modify and evolve images using AI, but they were still limited in scope. I remember playing with these tools, and ArtBreeder was exceptionally fun and mind-blowing at the time, but nothing close to what we have today. However, OpenAI, when it created DALL-E, which arrived in about 2021, it could generate highly detailed and imaginative images from just text prompting, so telling it what you wanted. Around the same time, Google's Deep Dream and NVIDIA's StyleGAN, advanced AI-generated art, made it possible to create hyper-realistic faces and dreamlike visuals. But the real explosion in AI-generated images happened in about the past few years. So let's take a look at some of the major tools that shaped the field. So since 2002, we've seen lots of rapid improvements in AI-generated images. And here are some of the biggest names today. So DALL-E 2 and DALL-E 3, which is the current model, improved on the original DALL-E, producing sharper images with better composition. This is available through OpenAI and recently integrated into Microsoft's products like Bing and Designer, so anybody can use Microsoft Bing to generate images using DALL-E. This is actually a post from 2002 for DALL-E 2. It kind of demonstrates DALL-E 1, DALL-E 2, and the evolution over time. Again, this is not even the current one. The current one we have is DALL-E 3. Midjourney, which launched in 22, this AI focuses on artistic and stylized images. It quickly became a favorite among digital artists due to its painterly and cinematic aesthetic. Midjourney is subscription-based, but it still today remains one of the most popular image generation tools out there. Again, you can find some amazing images, tutorials, and guides on using this software to produce some striking and jaw-dropping images. Stable Diffusion from Stability AI, again released in 22. This open source model revolutionized AI art by allowing anyone to run an image generator on their own hardware. And it supports fine-tuning, which has inspired countless variations and extensions. Stable Diffusion, because it's open source, and while it does require some rather hefty hardware sometimes to run, can be utilized by any company. So a lot of the AI generated art apps you might be using on your phone, for example, or find out there, are all based off Stable Diffusion. Again, not all of them today. A lot of other companies have kind of moved on training their own models since this was released. But again, back when it first got released, pretty much most of the art generators you could find out there were all based off Stable Diffusion. It was pretty amazing. It actually used a process where it created a very blurry image and would keep focusing and focusing and focusing, adding resolution until you get some of these quality level examples right here. Next up is Leonardo.ai. So this is a rising competitor to a lot of these big name image generators. Leonardo AI blends the elements of Midjourney and Stable Diffusion, but has an emphasis on user-friendly interfaces, so it's a lot easier to use. It provides high-quality images, and it's free to try with limited daily uses. I've been using this tool for quite a number of years, and it's been one of the most impressive ones I have found. Here's Leonardo.ai. While of course it can create images like Midjourney, all of these other ones, one of the most probably impressive things about Leonardo.ai, especially today, is how many tools it really has, like creating a consistent character, uploading content references, style references, editing images. You can train your own custom models on your own artwork, and it has tons of fine-tuned models as well that were created for specific use cases. So if you wanted to create something that looked like 3D animation, or something kind of, again, anime, pastel, again, some things like this one's battle axes, like just battle axes, or just magical items, or chest armor. So if you're creating icons, for example, for a video game, magic potions, crystals, again, there are a lot of really great, very specialty, fine-tuned models that you can use to create very specific things. Again, isometric tiles, deposits, shields, fantasy, all kinds of neat stuff. Again, that's Leonardo.ai. All right, the last one in our introductory video is Adobe Firefly. I actually have a video where we use this quite a bit. You do have to have an Adobe account to be able to utilize Firefly, but if you click Create with Firefly, you can create some pretty neat stuff. You can see images, video, which has become really popular lately, audio, vector, objects, and more. So again, this is by Adobe. It's trained, it's their own special model. Adobe's entry into AI image generation integrates with Photoshop, allowing users to generate and modify images inside of Photoshop. So while you can use it here, this is the same tool that is inside of Photoshop if you're doing things like generative fills or generative expansions, things like that. Again, if you're looking to try out image generation for free, some of the best options are DALL-E on Bing or Leonardo AI, as they give you a number of free credits. You can go in the settings, you can change some of the tools to get even more image generations a day out of Leonardo if you don't want to use kind of their newest model. Stable Diffusion is great if you're wanting to run your own model. If you have a pretty robust system and you're wanting to run things locally, you can run it with a powerful enough computer. And then there are tools like Midjourney, which is probably one of the highest quality tools out there, and Adobe Firefly, but both of those do kind of require paid access. So for Firefly, you're going to probably need a Creative Cloud account, and for Midjourney, of course, it's a subscription. AI image generation is evolving rapidly and is opening new creative possibilities. Whether you're an artist or designer or you're just curious, these tools really offer a new way to bring ideas to life. So in a couple of our other videos, we're going to be using these tools and exploring them a little bit further. Hopefully you're excited to try these tools out. They can be super fun, and we'll discuss more in some of our other videos. Thanks so much for watching.